Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program. We are on the rise of a new morning. Taking off with old Jebby here. We're gonna be doing some more science and then we will be sending a probe towards the Mun. I've already been doing some engineering on that off camera. But right now we're gonna observe some more stuff below 16,000 meters roughly. And we'll be doing that, and we'll be getting some science for it. Now let me quickly show this gem to you. I mean, come on, that does look amazing, doesn't it? I just really like flying in this game. I think you guys can tell by now. But we're gonna activate our navigation, etc. We're gonna quickly take a peek with the B Mark 1. I have done an upgrade, and there is a B Mark 2 now, so we'll be taking that out on longer distance flights, etc. We'll be actually slowing down quite a bit now because we are going quite fast. Yeah, this plane tends to do speed very well. I think it can actually go on until the point where it blows itself up because it's going too fast. So let's not do that. That would be bad. I have a feeling we might be able to land in the grasslands actually and do a survey. I have tweaked the wheels a little bit. It seems to be doing fine now. Not entirely sure. Yeah, we'll be quickly surveying this area and then we will be able to get a probe into orbit. I'll be right back. And so we have entered the zone. We activate the action group because we have basic action groups for the planes available. Tip over the nose, head towards the next area. Everything will be wonderful. And then we'll probably try and land roughly on the grass to do a science study because we can. Might get us some extra science, which would be enough for the actual for an upgrade to our fuel tanks, which would make the probe a little bit more effective parts wise, etc. Plus carry more fuel. Like, who doesn't want more fuel? Right now we are relying very much on Thumper boosters actually, because they are pretty big, they burn pretty well. I have managed to send a test probe into orbit earlier, but it wouldn't really get to the moon. Now while getting into space and everything is great, and it would make for a better way if we have more rocket parts, etc. Quickly check to see if we're in the sector or not. I think we might have passed it. No, we're fine, we're still en route. It just didn't activate navigation for some reason. Or it's just not showing up, I'm not sure. Oh no, wait, it's there. It's just, I'm being really blind now. Let's quickly go full throttle so we can rush through this. We'll quickly head over there. Now in the sight. Activate it. Reset it. Doesn't really matter too much if we reset it or not. But it would be fun to get some extra science back from it. Toss in another turn. Now you might say 280 meters per second. That's not so fast. I'd like to remind you that is not actual the actual kilometers per hour or miles per hour. If we were to convert like 300 meters per second roughly, that is over 1,000 kilometers per hour. As in, this plane with this Jebediah is going as fast, if not faster, than some jets that actually flew in the Korean War. Little fun fact for you there. Now, this is actually pretty fast already. No wonder we're getting heat effects, etc. It's also why I really like the idea of air brakes. I haven't actually installed any air brakes on this version of the B, although I do have a B Mark II, which has added wing services, etc. for longer flight. Also double the fuel load. And that actually comes with some improvised air brakes. I'll probably show it to you at some point when I want to fly around with planes. But right now we're just quickly flying all the way back home. Not all the way back home, not yet. We're just quickly flying to intercept this site over here. And then we'll send our probe to the moon. Or at least hopefully to the moon. Would be nice to reach the moon. I mean, we're just gonna do a flyby. We're not gonna try to bring the probe back or anything. We're just gonna leave it in an orbit. It's space junk. Or at least it's going to be. Very soon indeed. Why do you always have to turn off the interior displays? I like watching Jebby fly. Like, it adds a lot to seeing his face and seeing the instruments. Hit the button. That's all the stuff. I'll see you guys back at base. Okay, we are coming in on approach to the base now. Did a quick stop in the grasslands to get some extra science with a science lab. So all is well. I'm trying to find the correct button. There we go. To actually get us out of time warp. Because flying in 2 times time warp makes things go by a lot quicker. I picked up like 12 science, etc. The missions were 9 science, so we should be able to afford better fuel tanks now. And then we'll get probing. I could, by the way, probably upgrade the VAB to get action groups, etc. But I want to try and do the probe in a simple manner. If that doesn't work, we can always just upgrade it. And we'll just have a bit of a longer episode, but we will probe the moon today, or at least we'll fly by. Which I guess counts as probing it, technically. We are getting some orbital data from it, so it does count, I suppose. We are coming in for a landing now, 86 meters per second. Quite fast. We are flaring our speed now. Flaring, by the way, is flying up, so we fly back up for a while instead of smacking into the runway. Or just, you know. I mean, that works, I guess. I'm gonna blame the bloody wheels. They are terrible. Watch does not get 100% back because we parked in front of the spaceplane hangar. Well, we got 50 science now. Yep, at spaceplane hangar, 98% value. We're like literally in front of it. We saved you the fuel cost of driving back inside. But yeah, we managed to smash the adapter quite, the intake quite nicely. General construction, we could get struts, structural fuselage, crew cabin, brand decoupler, brand adapter, launch stability enhancer, the containers, so we could build stuff in space. No, we'll go for advanced rocketry. I need that fuel tank. And then we need fuel systems. But now, let's take a look at the evolution of Sputnik. Let me quickly set away the joystick. We don't need a joystick for this. It used to be the Sputnik probe over here, which is a bunch of solid fuel boosters into this. But then it evolved to be a little slimmer. And this is now the design that we are working with. Although, probably a good idea to get rid of this and replace these tanks with these. 2 less parts, same fuel count. We'll do a quick save. And then this will be the atrocity that we're trying to reach the moon with. It's gonna go terribly wrong. We're trying to do this within 30 parts. We cannot do any SAS whatsoever, because this is Sputnik, or Sputnik, and it's gonna go terribly wrong. I like the NCS adapter though. It can carry a bit of liquid fuel, but I elected not to. Otherwise it would just weigh us down for no reason. We do have a bit of money here, by the way, from contracts, etc. And oh god, we are veering very far off course. This is not going well. Sputnik is not the strongest SAS. In fact, I don't think it doesn't even have reaction wheels. So we're literally trying to do this with the vector of our engines, etc. Which, let me be honest, is not a lot. I'll actually revert flight so we can adapt it a little bit. That was just a test launch. What we'll actually do, we should have some... Yeah, we could... Basic fins, they're not great. I think we'll go for the actual tail fins though, so we can actually steer in the atmosphere a little bit. And this will be Sputnik probe Mark II, once again trying to reach orbit. Actually, I know it can reach orbit, but I'd like it to actually get to the moon. We'll kill throttle for now, there's no need to have throttle. Wish we had SAS, but we are not advanced enough as of right now to get that, so we'll have to stick it out. Thankfully, the tail fins will help us achieve relative stability now, or at least better than before. We're doing the gravity turn the right way. Basically, it doesn't really matter if you go that way instead of that way. It's just, it makes docking and rendezvous a lot easier later on if you just launch every craft the same way, and basically everyone has gone counterclockwise. And I've learned myself, go counterclockwise. You know, start a good gravity turn at around 10,000 meters. And now that we have fins that can actually help us do the gravity turn, we'll be able to do it a lot better. We are pretty tail heavy though, gotta keep that in mind. As in, our lift is at the back of the rocket, but it seems to be flying just fine now. At least. It's sort of controllable. This is what happens when you don't have any SAS. Yeah, the woes of an early space program. But, I mean, it's going fine. Apoapsis is nearly in orbit. The air resistance is getting mighty thin now, actually, so... we'll try and balance things a little bit here. I mean, we are getting up to orbit, so that's nice. It just dies out completely. No, we're gonna get a final tug there, that's good. There we go, it's about to die. We have detached. Sputnik has orbit. Actually, Apoapsis is only 139k. There we go. Use physics warp to kindly help us slow down. Get up to our Apoapsis here. Nearly there. We'll start the burn. Again, we don't have any SAS, so I have to do this very carefully. We are burning quite nicely, however. We could actually transmit some science from the orbit of Kerbin. You know what, we actually will. Because Sputnik's not coming home anyway. There we go. We have transmitted some science. I think this will be good enough to actually reach orbit, however. I mean, we'll reach orbit, but we won't get further to the moon, which is very sad indeed. 70k. We've got half a tank left, actually. It would involve quite a bit of waiting, but thankfully this is unmanned, so we can just sit here all day. Like, I have a general idea how to reach the moon. We certainly don't have any maneuver nodes. We can't alter our orbit in any way whatsoever, unfortunately. But what we're gonna try and do is we're gonna try and... yeah, we're just gonna sit here for a while and try to time warp ahead. We could switch... oh, I'll be right back. Cosmonauts back in the building. We had a neighbor coming down to collect a package. We got 3 today, so... it happens a lot. It's quite a big package, actually. I was quite surprised when the guy turned up. It's like, yeah, we've got 3, well, we've got this giant package and then 2 regular ones, I suppose. No, I'm not sure how it's regular. But yeah, we're just gonna sit here time warping for a while. Actually, I'll be right back when we're actually in a position to launch to the moon. Okay, here we are. I was trying to fast forward time from the space station itself, so we're a little late. So we'll start burning a little after our periapsis, and hopefully we'll try and extend the gap long enough. Yeah, we'll aim for somewhere like Over here. That seems fine. Hopefully we'll be able to reach the moon. At least do a flyby. I highly doubt it, but then again, it's a small rocket. It's a small probe. Oh dear, look at that! You know, I'm not a rocket scientist, but this should look pretty good. I love it. Let's quickly go to the Space Center and actually take the mission before we do anything silly here. Yes, good. I think we got a record, by the way. We've broken a speed record of 2,500 meters per second. That's good. I like it. Now, I have complete faith in Sputnik over here. But I will still be terrified to see if we actually make it or not. Like, I think we could actually... maybe, if we're feeling really brave here, we could actually try and deorbit Sputnik. Yeah, look at that. That is Kerbal experience for you. We are flying by the moon! I think we ran out of electricity. We ran out of electricity. Yeah, we don't have any solar panels. I should have fired the engines a couple of times on the road there, but nope. Anyway, we have initiated the first flyby of the moon. We have escaped the gravitational influence of Kerbin. Mission complete. Talk about close encounters. Any closer and there'd be paperwork. I mean, we've got a periapsis of 1,000,000 meters. 1,000 kilometers, which is not bad considering I don't have any measurement equipment here to do things with. Nor SAS. But, unfortunately... Sputnik is killed. And we are now stuck in an orbit here. But... science. We have escaped the gravitational influence of the moon. Lovely. Let's quickly abandon Sputnik to its fate. So yeah, all in all, successful mission. Everybody here is jubilant. Science data from the surface of the moon. Well, why don't you just tell me to land on the moon? Temperature surveys of the moon. We'll test the hammer quickly. Landed at Kerbin. Test? Sure. Give us the science. Seriously, it's a nice way to get free cheap science. I love it. And we're supposed to test the Terrier. And the hammer. There we go. It should get us 2 missions at once, and then we'll probably end the episode. Yep, there we go. Science is done. So, we have achieved science. We have sent a probe past the moon. Everything is awesome. Now we should try landing on it. But that's going to be in a while. Probably not next episode. But anyway, if you've liked the episode, please do leave a like down below. Leave a comment if you have anything to say. We are up to 750 grand. Rich Kerbal science. Anyway, until next time. Have a good one, folks.